Charleston has some of the most beautiful beaches on the entire East Coast, but not all of Charleston's beaches are the same. Some are packed with tourists and have loads of parking trouble. Others, you need a private ferry just to get to. Today, I'm gonna break down Charleston's 10 best beaches from worst to very best. And the number one beach that I'm standing on right now might just surprise you. Beach number 10, Dewees Island. All right, wanna know what true coastal exclusivity looks like? Dewees Island sits at number 10 on our list of the 10 best beaches. And here's the thing, it's one of the most exclusive barrier islands in the entire Southeast. But that exclusivity is exactly what keeps it at the bottom of our list for most people too. Access to Dewees requires a 20-minute private ferry from the Isle of Palms beach. There's literally no stores, no restaurants, and no commercial at all on the island. You have to bring everything with you. The island operates under a permanent conservation easement. That means the natural environment is always protected. You'll find pristine beaches and incredible wildlife everywhere on Dewees. However, this is really only for property owners and their guests. The high cost and restricted access make it impractical for 99% of Charleston visitors. Even most locals can't go for a beach day on Dewees. And when we get to Sullivan's Island later, you'll see how different approaches to development create completely different beach experiences. So stick around for that. Now, if you're a high net worth individual seeking an eco-conscious, ultra-private coastal retreat, Dewees delivers something you can literally not find anywhere else on the entire East Coast. And that exclusivity limits its appeal for everyday beach lovers, which brings us to another wilderness option that's slightly more accessible. Beach number 9 in Charleston, Capers Island. If Dewees is exclusive luxury, Capers Island is pure, untamed wilderness. It comes in at number 9, giving you a true adventure experience just 15 miles north of downtown Charleston. This 850-acre barrier island is managed by the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources as a heritage preserve. You'll find maritime uplands, vast salt marshes, and completely pristine beachfront. The island is home to alligators, deer, and literally hundreds of bird species. It's a haven for nature lovers and birders. But here's the catch, boat access only. There is no bridge, there's no ferry service, nothing. You have to take a boat or charter one to get to Capers. Capers turns into the party spot for boaters every Charleston weekend day. You can party there, tie up your boat, turn on the music, hang out on the beach, throw footballs. It is a super cool vibe. If you boat at all, you will definitely dock at Capers Island. You can be there without a permit during the day, but if you want to camp overnight, and I highly recommend camping on Capers, you will need a permit because it's only allowed during certain times of the year and you have to have a permit to go camping. But bring your bug spray. The sand fleas or gnats will definitely come out. Now there's lack of amenities here and the fact that you have to use a boat, that's what keeps this awesome beach down to number 9, but it is a super cool beach. If you're adventurous, if you love seeking authentic, untouched natural coastal environments, Capers Island is absolutely exceptional. That wild character shows up in unexpected ways as other Charleston beaches, including one with a unique fossil hunting twist, are coming up next. Beach number 8, Shark Tooth Beach. Now, picture finding a 6 million year old megalodon tooth right there in the sand. That's the draw of beach number 8, Shark Tooth Beach. But this isn't just a designated beach. It's a stretch of coastland that's famous for fossils and shark teeth. This beach also is only accessible by boat. It's actually on the backside of Drum Island. Here's what makes it really cool. You literally can find megalodon teeth here. These teeth are about that big and they are incredible. When you see one and you feel one in your hand and you know this thing is a dinosaur tooth literally found in Charleston on our coastland, it kind of feels pretty unique and special. Now, the beach is also a place that you can just find regular shark's teeth. My kids love hunting for shark's teeth. They're better at it than I am. They're tiny little black teeth and they look just like all the rocks and all the different seashells that you would find. Now, speaking of family-friendly experiences, wait until we get to the Isle of Palms later. Again, a beach that you don't need to have a boat for, so stay tuned for that. Now, to get to Shark Tooth Beach, you can head out in the Charleston Harbor, go underneath the Ravenel Bridge, and then pull up right on the beach and put your anchor out. This is what everybody does. It's a cool spot to hang out, and it's a fun spot to find shark's teeth. Now, quick note before we dive deeper. If you are seriously considering buying any of these beach properties or properties near the beach in Charleston, I work with families and buyers at these coastal communities every single day. My contact information is in the description below, so please do not hesitate to reach out to me. All right, now let's get back to it, and we've got beach number 7, Seabrook Island. Seabrook Island ranks at number 7, and if you're looking for a peaceful private island, this is definitely your spot. It is a private gated community offering a serene, exclusive coastal lifestyle. The island features 2 pristine beaches, championship golf courses, a tournament-grade racket club, and full-service equestrian center that offers beach and trail rides. That is super cool. Seabrook is an Audubon International Certified Sustainable Community. There is a strong commitment on Seabrook to preserve the natural environment. You'll find lush marine forests and serene marshlands throughout. The amenities and natural beauty on Seabrook are exceptional, but here's the harsh truth about Seabrook. Access is completely restricted to property owners and their guests, and those staying on vacation properties on the island. For the general public looking for a beach day, Seabrook just isn't accessible. You can rent an Airbnb or a vacation rental property and experience this awesome beach community. I recommend you do it. But that lack of public access is what keeps this down to number 7, even though the actual beach experience is outstanding. Accessibility does matter, which is why our next beach strikes a completely different balance between preservation and public enjoyment. Beach number 6 on the list of the 10 best beaches is Edisto Beach. Step back in time, as Edisto Beach, which is about an hour south of Charleston, is an awesome sleepy beach. This is what South Carolina beaches used to look like before the high-rise developments took over. Edisto gives you a glimpse into authentic, uncommercialized South Carolina low-country charm. There's a strict ordinance against high-rise buildings on Edisto. The island has kept a slow-paced, family-oriented atmosphere. Edisto Beach State Park is a major draw. You'll find camping, cabins, and over 4 miles of ADA accessible trails winding through the maritime forest. The beach itself is known for its abundance of seashells, with the iconic weathered driftwood at Botany Bay Plantation Heritage Preserve. That beach with those weathered trees coming up out of the sand is completely stunning. I recommend anyone who comes to Charleston go check it out. Now, we will get to the luxury resorts further on this list, and you'll see completely opposite end of the spectrum in terms of amenities and development from what we're talking about now. So just stay with me on that. Now, here's the reason Edisto is only number 6 on the list, even though the beach is fantastic. You won't find the restaurant scene or the shopping scene until you get closer to Charleston, although they do have some restaurants and shops. My family have rented beach houses out on Edisto for a weekend getaway, and it's a pretty cool little town. But for those looking to escape the crowds and experience a true old school South Carolina beach culture, Edisto is absolutely perfect. The distance and the limited amenities keep it a little bit lower on the list. Now let's look at a completely different approach to beach living, where luxury and convenience take center stage. Beach number 5 on the 10 best beaches, Wild Dunes. Everything changes at number 5. Wild Dunes is a 1,600-acre resort on the northern end of Isle of Palms. It's basically a self-contained vacation paradise. Wild Dunes features 2 Tom Fazio-designed golf courses, tons of dining options, a world-class spa, and everything from hotel rooms to private homes that you can stay in. It is an all-inclusive vacation experience with literally everything you need right on Wild Dunes. The beaches are pristine, the amenities are top-notch, and the resort management keeps everything beautiful. However, it's a bit expensive and it can get crowded during peak season. Plus, because it's a resort-focused, you're paying a premium for all that all-inclusive experience. Now, technically, Wild Dunes is part of Isle of Palms, but it has its own distinct character. It's perfect for families wanting a comprehensive beach vacation without having to plan anything. But the cost and resort atmosphere keep it down at number 5. From this luxury resort experience, let's look at a beach where pristine nature meets high-end amenities. Beach number 4 on our list is Kiawah Island. Kiawah Island proves that you can have both luxury and unspoiled nature. It is a world-renowned luxury destination that blends pristine natural beauty with high-end amenities. The island is home to the Kiawah Island Golf Resort, which features 5 championship golf courses. That includes the famous Ocean Course that hosted the PGA Championship. Most of the island is private, but Beachwalker Park provides the only public beach access and is located on the west end of the island. This park offers beautiful, uncrowded beaches with views of the Kiawah River as well. The sand is pristine, the water is clean, and you'll find facilities like restrooms, showers, and picnic areas. Here's the reality though. It is kind of a long drive from Charleston, about 45 minutes, and the limited public access means you're only seeing a small portion of this incredible island. If you want to get a great beach experience on Kiawah, I recommend staying at the Sanctuary Resort, right on the beach as well. For those willing to make the trip to Kiawah, these pristine conditions and natural beauty are absolutely worth it. Kiawah represents that perfect blend of luxury and untouched nature, but the distance and the limited access keep us at number 4. Now let's look at beaches that offer easier access while maintaining that high quality beach experience. Beach number 3 on our list of top 10 beaches is the Isle of Palms. Here's where accessibility meets quality. Isle of Palms delivers that classic family-friendly beach destination experience that keeps families coming back year after year. The Isle of Palms County Park provides excellent public facilities. This makes it an easy choice for a beach day. You'll find ample parking, restrooms, showers, volleyball courts, and picnic areas. The beach itself features wide, sandy shores with a welcoming atmosphere. The water is generally calm, which is perfect for families with kids, but it also is a place to surf. You'll find surfers on 28th Street. You'll also see them at the Isle of Palms Pier, and this is really when the waves are kicking. Isle of Palms is also home to the Wild Dunes Resort that we talked about earlier, so you'll find plenty of upscale dining and shopping options right on the Isle of Palms. However, this beach can get crowded, especially during the summer months. Traffic backing up on the Isle of Palms connector can turn a 25-minute drive into an hour-long drive on summer weekends. But the clean, well-maintained beaches, the excellent facilities, the family-oriented vibe, these all make Isle of Palms a top choice for both locals and for visitors. It's consistently a reliable beach, which makes it ranked number 3 on my list. From this accessible family beach, let's look at what happens when the community intentionally prioritizes tranquility over tourism. Beach number 2 on our list of the top beaches in Charleston, Folly Beach. Forget everything you just heard about refinement and exclusivity. At number 2, we have Folly Beach, which is known as the Edge of America, and it wins exactly for the opposite reasons of Isle of Palms. Now, some of you might be thinking this is a surprise in the ranking. Folly isn't the cleanest beach. It's not the quietest, and it's definitely not the most exclusive. So why is it number 2 on our list? Because Folly is the quintessential Charleston beach town. It is the closest beach to downtown with just a 20-minute drive. It offers lively, eclectic, and completely unpretentious atmosphere. The beach is a popular spot for surfing, especially at the washout and at the pier. The town is packed with casual restaurants, bars, and shops. The Folly Beach Pier is a central landmark offering spots for fishing and strolling. Here's what makes Folly really special. You find locals, families, surfers, musicians, and artists all mixing together. There's live music, beach bars, and a funky bohemian vibe you just don't find anymore at these polished beaches. But what's the truth? It can get crowded, and parking is kind of a nightmare on summer weekends. And it's not as pristine or manicured as some of the other beaches like Isle of Palms or Kiawah. However, here's what I've learned after helping over 5,000 families move to Charleston over the last 20 years. The best beach isn't always the prettiest or the most exclusive. The best beach is the one where you actually want to spend your time. Folly has that fun-loving, accessible, vibrant culture that makes Charleston really special. It's where the locals go to surf, where families bring their kids, where my kids go to surf camp, and where you can grab a beer and watch the sunset without feeling like you need to dress up. That accessibility and authenticity, that genuine Charleston character is why Folly Beach is number 2 on our list. And the number 1 beach in Charleston, the beach that I started this video standing on, is Sullivan's Island. If Isle of Palms is approachable family beach and Folly Beach is that surfer eclectic vibe, Sullivan's Island is sitting at number 1 because it is the sophisticated older sibling of those two beaches. It is a charming, historic, and exclusive beach town that has earned its reputation. The Isle of Palms is known for its beautiful homes, calm beaches, and walkable restaurant district. Local favorites like Poe's Tavern are right there. Sullivan Island has strict zoning regulations and the limited public parking. The food scene on Sullivan's is awesome. Obstinate Daughter might be the best restaurant of any beach town in Charleston. You also have the best burger in America, according to Poe's, at Poe's Tavern, and Home Team Barbecue, which is some of the best barbecue in Charleston. On a summer day, that whole restaurant scene on Sullivan's Island is packed, and it is a super fun place to be. Sullivan's Island does have strict zoning regulations, and there is limited public parking, but you can always find a spot. The island has intentionally kept its quiet residential character. You're not going to find high-rise hotels or commercialized beach areas here on Isle of Palms. The beaches are pristine, and generally, they are less crowded crowded than Isle of Palms or Folly. And the island's rich history adds another layer of interest. This includes its role in the Revolutionary War and Fort Moultrie. But here's the truth. The limited parking does make it a little bit challenging because you might have to walk a ways with all your beach gear. And the homes on Isle of Palms are crazy expensive. The median price sits at $4.7 million. This exclusivity is by design. However, for those who are seeking a peaceful, refined beach experience, Sullivan's Island always delivers. Combination of natural beauty, historic character, and that quiet upscale vibe makes it the favorite beach of locals. It ranks #1 for a reason. If you are coming to Charleston, South Carolina, definitely check out Sullivan's Island Beach. It's #1 on the list for a reason. Grab a beach chair, watch the waves, throw a frisbee, and enjoy one of the most beautiful beaches on the East Coast. One of the things that makes Sullivan's Island so cool is at low tide, there are tidal pools between the beach and the waves. Kids love hanging out in the tidal pools. They're a fun thing that you can do. On a high tide, of course, it goes past the tidal pool and you don't have that pool experience, but the tides do change the feel of what it is like on Sullivan's Island. At high tide, you've got a shorter beach. At low tide, you've got a super long, extensive beach with tidal pools that are fun to play in the summertime. Sullivan's Island is also known as one of the best spots for kite surfing. I am not a kite surfer myself. However, it is really fun to watch the kite surfers jump waves it is the north side of Sullivan. Okay, each of these 10 beaches solves for different priorities, from Dewees Island, untouched exclusivity, to Folly's authentic local energy, to Sullivan's high-end upscale beach atmosphere. Your perfect Charleston beach exists somewhere on this list. If you're ready to explore coastal properties before spring inventory tightens up, just email me at sales@mattoneilteam.com and I'll walk you through what's available in each of these communities right now, and stuff that's not even on the market. And if moving to Charleston is on your radar for 2026, check out my comprehensive guide I've linked right here. It's essential viewing before you make any Charleston real estate decisions. Hey, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.